Disengage limiter. Please, Craig. The pit exit looks clear. We've got 9 minutes to set a lap. We've got cold tyres. We need to get some heat into them. The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 24 Celsius. Slippery surface flag, careful. You're currently 0.6 off the leader's pace. Sector 1 time's okay. Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace. You need to find a 10th in Sector 3. 7th position. debris on the track. They're showing the red-yellow flag. A4, that puts you 0.2 off the pace. Sectors 2 and 3 are a tenth down. You're a tenth off the pace in Sector 1. Red-yellow flag, there's debris on the track. Okay, Craig, we need to watch the track limits. P7. Red-yellow flag, debris on the track. Field strength is 2,400. P7, 30
The
minutes.
estimated SOF is 2,447.
Okay, Craig, get ready.
Tight field today for opportunity.
This will be a standing start.
Green,
Go,
green,
go, go!
green. You're on
Three
the
wide,
right.
you're on the
Three
right.
wide.
Clear car
Left
left.
side, 2 wide. Keep to the right. Still there.
You're still there.
Still there. Hold your line.
Clear left.
Clear on the left. Right
Car
side.
right.
Stay on the left. Stay on the left.
Hold your line.
Still there.
On your
Still
right.
there. You're on the left.
Three wide, you're on the left.
Still there. Still hold. Car right.
You're in the
2
clear
wide.
left.
Clear.
You're on the
2
left,
wide.
3 wide.
Still
Clear
there.
all round.
Car right. 2 wide.
Come on, watch these track limits, please, Craig. Good stuff, mate. This is fucking excellent. P5.
There's an incident behind.
Incident in bus stop. We think it might be Adam.
11.538.
surface flag, careful. Watch the track limits, please.
.724.
There's an incident in bus stop. It looks like it's Lurry.
.684. You're in
Alright,
fourth
Craig.
position.
Pit window is open.
To go.
Okay, Craig, should be coming out into clear air. When we exit the pits, we should be in position 19.
Doing up now should get us to the end. .694. You've got about 5 laps of fuel. Consider 11.196, 11.828.
front is now 1.6 seconds.
11.678.
Okay, Craig, we're halfway home. We think about 3 laps remaining on this tank. The next car is Harris, C license, and their rating is 2.8. P4. The gap to Harris ahead is now 1.5 seconds. They show the slippery surface flag. We've been warned about track limits. Lane speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour. Okay, Craig, we'll get you to the end of the race.
10.
Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right here.
Box now.
All clear. Punch it.
Front right, 80%. Rear left, 88. There's traffic behind. Keep your wits about you. The next car is Leach, and their rating is 3.4.
This is race control, car 23, lap 8, lap 1, holding brake.
The gap to Mark behind is now 1.2.
Minutes to go. Stay sharp.
Sixth place. Okay, Craig, the next car is Baldwin, B license. to mark behind is increasing. It's now 1.5 seconds.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel. The lead is spinning now.
Harris is pitting from position 2. We think he'll come out just behind you. Okay, Craig, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. There's an incident in La Source. Looks like
556 is back in fifth.
The next car is Harris, C license, and their rating is 2.8.
Car
On
on.
your right.
Still there. Keep to the left.
Still there. Clear right.
Clear on the right.
Brilliant. Nice one.
.314. That was your fastest lap of the session. You're now in third. Five minutes to go. You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 8.2 seconds. The leader just did a 11.115. 11.677. You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 7.4 seconds. White flag, 1 more lap to go. .157. New fast
All right,
lap
Craig,
for you.
1 more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium.
Car on your left. Still there. Stay on the right.
Still there.
Still there.
Car left.
Still there. Hold your line.
Clear left.
Clear.
More than about 10
About 1
minutes.
lap of fuel left.
Two litres left. Left side.
Still there.
Clear left.
Clear. Car
All
right.
right.
Still there.
Right side's
Clear.
clear.
Car stops on the right.
E4.
There's the
There's
flag.
the finish.
It's
Good
over.
result today. Well done.
Good job. Very good job.
That's the end of the session. The leader has just done a 108.82. The guy behind has just done a 108.36. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. The guy behind has just done a 108.43. New fastest lap for Edmonds, 106.54. That's a new fastest lap for Baker, 106.54. Checkered flag, P25. That's the end of the session, P25. Alright Craig, we've got 11 minutes to get the job done. temperature's falling. It's now 20 Celsius.
Green flag, green flag. You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
Sector 1 is 0.43 off the pace. You need to find a 10th in Sector 2. Sector 3 is 0.32 off the pace. Watch the track limits, please, Craig. Fastest lap for B106.18. V14, we estimate 3 laps of fuel left. Good lap, that's your best in the session. Only 2 laps of fuel left. Sector 1 is 0.33 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.2 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.29 off the pace.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
lap. That's your quickest today. Sectors 1 and 2 at 2/10 off the pace. You're 2/10 off the pace in sector 3.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Box this lap, please, Craig. One litre remaining. E13, that's your quickest lap in this session.
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
Hey guys, and welcome to tonight's GC3 Pro waste options from Sandown. Tonight we have 2 races. First race is a 19-lap race. Second one is a 32-lap race with an invert top 10. You also have 1 compulsory pit stop in this race. You have 15x for the first drive-through, 7x for each drive-through thereafter. After that, you have no fast repairs. Please ensure you read the club rules on Facebook and Discord. I am your live race control tonight, so if you do need something, please give me your lap number and car number, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. Other than that, guys, enjoy, respect your fellow competitors, and have a good night.
That's the end of the session. P15. The race starts in 60 seconds.
One lap to green. Line up on the left side. You've got more than enough fuel. Closed. Pit road is closed. The estimated SOF is 3,184.
Race
Tight
start
field today.
in
Look for
30
opportunity.
seconds.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
Your tyres are cold, watch out. Strength of field is 3,121 minutes. This is a rolling start. Follow car number 444 in the left lane.
Catch fast 10.
Safety car speed is 69 kilometers per hour. Catch up to car number 444. We need to catch up to car number 444.
Car. Get ready, going green.
Here we go, get ready.
Off. Green, green,
Go,
green.
nail it.
Car
Car
right.
right.
Still there.
Clear right.
Clear.
Right side.
Stay on the left. Keep to the left.
Still there.
Stay on the left.
Right side's clear.
You're on the right. Right
Car
side.
right. Clear right.
Clear.
Got damage.
You've got wheel damage. Looks like one of your wheels is out of alignment. You'll have less grip out there. 20 minutes to go. We got damage on the front end. That aero damage is probably slowing
Okay,
you
Craig.
a
The
lot.
next car is Alan.
Pit
We
box
haven't got
in.
that data.
5,
Box in.
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Right here.
Box now.
All the damage is repairable.
Sorry, Nick.
Okay.
Race control, car 316, lap 2, turn 9.
Copy 316.
Repairs are nearly done. That's it, go.
All clear on pit exit.
Car in P2, just set the fastest lap. 6.356. Pick up the cord, you've got to slow down and give up that time.
Need to slow down and give back some time. Okay, Craig, 15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes. Stay there, keep digging, 27. position 25. We should come out a little way behind you. Okay, great. Relax, focus, keep this with 326. That's your best lap of the session. That was lap 107, 124. Sector 1 is 0.32 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.38 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.2 off the pace. We've got 10 minutes left, 10 minutes to go. Come on, man, move this fast. And we need fast right now.
The car in C2 just set the fastest lap. 6.171.
B25. The track temperature is increasing. It's now 27 Celsius.
to consider 6.459. Just check your fastest lap of the day.
Okay, great. You've got half your fuel left.
.061.
Slippery surface flag. Careful. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left. P25. Debris on the track. They're showing the red-yellow flag.
7.481. You've got 2 laps to go.
Minutes to go, 2 minutes.
The leader is running 6.573. You've got about 5 laps of fuel left. Wheel damage. Looks like one of your wheels is out of alignment. You'll have less grip out there. We got damage on the front end. Reduced aero might slow you down on the straight. You just got the white flag. That means 1 more lap to go.
One more lap to go.
Car 993, last lap.
Copy 993.
Slippery surface flag. B25, okay, it's over. Bad luck, Craig.
Checkered flag, checkered flag. Better schedule some testing, we'll get them next time.
Checker flag's out. B25.
Sorry, can you repeat my outcomes and stuff?
Yeah, copy 993. I'm actually looking at it now.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 24 Celsius. That's the end of the session. P25.
That's all good, Dwayne. I don't know how to respond to your private message.
One to go. Next time by, line up on the left side. You'll have to stop for more fuel before the race
The
is
track
over.
temp
Pit
is
road is
24
closed right
Celsius.
now. The
The air
estimated
temp is
SOF
22.
is
Alright, Craig, it's a strong
3,100,
field. You'll be
84.
doing well to be in the top. 21. The field strength
field
is
today. Look for opportunity.
3,100. Okay, rolling start. Follow car number 100 in the left column. The safety car speed is 66 kilometers per hour.
Jetstar 16 car, Jetstar 993 car, Jetstar 316 car. Get ready, going green. The pace
Okay,
car is
Craig,
in.
be ready.
Green, green, green. Right
Car
side.
right. Clear right.
Clear on the right. There's an incident ahead. Slow car ahead. Go right.
On your right.
side. Still there. Stay on the left.
Clear right.
Clear on the right.
Left hand in go wide.
There's an incident behind.
Red yellow flag. Debris on the track. 22nd place.
The car in C4 just set the fastest lap. 6.987. 7.847. That was your fastest lap of the session. Car
On your right.
The car
Right
in
side's clear.
C26 just set the fastest lap. 6.948.
Come on, that's the stuff.
Clear on the
Well
right.
done, Craig.
The car in C5 just set the fastest lap. 6.866. 8.486. The car in C6 just set the fastest lap. 6.707. 7.555. New fastest lap for you. The leader is running 7.337. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Half
9, 8. The car in P25, just set the
Car
fastest
right.
lap. 6.54.
Car right.
Car right.
Yellow flag. Red yellow flag, there's debris on the track. Now she can get it to the finish. .273. Just check your fastest lap of the session. You're in the top 20. Stay between the lines, please grade. Don't overdrive the car, P18.
Pit box in 10.
Box in 5.
5.
4.
3.
3.
2.
2.
1.
1.
Right here.
Box now. Right front 93%. Right rear 95.
Go, go, go!
There's traffic behind. Watch your mirrors. Don't cross the white line. us is Wood, and their rating is 3.2.
The leader is running 6.959. The car in P7 just set the fastest lap, 6.281. The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 1 second. 26.414.
P22. Pit window is open. Have plenty of space on the exit. We should come out into position 25, a few seconds behind Whitmore. Leaving the pit lane.
7.245.
Keep it within the track limits.
Right. Keep to the left.
Right side's clear.
You're on the right. .081. You're in the top 20. Just check the fastest lap of the session. Clear on the left.
Speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
7.072.
Pay attention to track limits.
The lead is hitting now.
Watch your speed. Relax, focus, keep it smooth. P19. entering the pits. He's in P9. We think he'll come out just in front of you. Look out for the pit speed limit. Track limits, watch those lines.
7.368. Car
Right,
on.
clear, right.
Clear.
Young is pitting from P7. We think he'll come out close in front.
Picking out.
Okay, great. There's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
7.297. Car on
Left
your
side.
left.
Clear left.
Clear on the left. The lead is fitting now.
Okay, great. Come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits. Apexes and exits. 16th place.
The lead is fitting now. Things are looking good. The leader is running 14.87. Car 1 has taken the lead. .7 7.146. You got about 5 laps of fuel left.
Alright Craig, we've gone out of track limits, keep it between the lines. Front is King.
Five minutes to go. 7.216.
P16. Stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines.
The leader is running 6.57. You've got about 2 laps of fuel left. last lap.
Watch your speed limit in the pits.
That car is a lap down. 7.05.
1 lap to go.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Litres remaining. Car left. Clear left.
Clear.
Ellie has won the race.
Got a slow car on the left.
P16. That's the
There's
finish.
the flag.
Solid result.
It's over.
Well done, mate.
Better schedule some testing. We'll get them next time.
That's the end of the session.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2.
It was McLaren and Merc I wanted, yes, in the top
best
five.
Merc. Yeah, there you go, indeed. Yeah, top five being two Porsches, a Lambo, Aston, and Mustang.
Yes, and Mustang. I knew it was an M. I just got the wrong one. Fair income. When it rains, it pours, ladies and gentlemen. I've just had an absolute shocker there. I do apologise. And the whole thing is because I was trying to make a comparison to the pro split, where, of course, McLaren had been the dominant force for a while, and now, of course, the flavour of the month is that Merca v. Eli Donaldson. He's been doing great things over the last couple of weeks. We are on the final lap. Ethan Johnson is going to carve this one up, ladies and gentlemen. There'll be some serious question marks asked after the fact about driver etiquette and a few other things tonight. There's a couple of questionable incidents that are going to be reviewed by race control, but nonetheless, Ethan Johnson's going to do the double eventually. Caught up in an incident, caused another one, tripped himself up at one point, has produced us with given us a wonderful opportunity to provide some double entendre comedy, both in the comments thread, in the commentary box as well. Here's David Baz fighting for position number 11 and getting past Neil de Bruin. Next target, Nathan Harvey. Brad Coates is holding on to 9th at the moment. And Porsche, Aston, Lambo, Ford in the top 5, as we mentioned there. 5 different teams in the top 5. Really strong performance. Ethan Johnson at the front of it. And I'm not sure which teams he's part of either, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got no information relating to that on our screen right now. But it doesn't matter because he's carved up and done the double here at Sandown. If he does get an invoice for that incident earlier, then different story. He may have an invoice to pay, and that would inherit the win in the direction of Jordan Pianazzola. Spin at the end for Cooper Friend. And he's going to drop down to 10th, maybe 11th. David Baz with the late lunch for the line for 10th. To add insult to injury on Cooper Friend, and he does. David Baz right at the end. Ethan Johnson's just lighting it up on the main straight.
I think someone either just crashed out avoiding him or crashed into him there with that one.
No idea. So the carnage continues after the race for you, ladies and gentlemen. And don't worry, everything we've discussed tonight is on the record, and everything that's been alerted to our attention tonight. I dare say someone at club level, at committee level, will be going back and having a skim of the book. There's Dane Snadden. Unfortunately, he was the one that crashed in. That was after, of course, crossing the line in position number 13. So Johnson the winner, Pianazzola in for second. Great run from the Aston Martin. Dave Oliver in the Porsche for third, and I cannot wait to hear from D. Oliver and all of that. Matt Schmidtke for Whiskey Business Racing, Adam Lavis for Oz E Races, and then Isaac Curtis, Liam Amos, Brad Coates, Nathan Harvey, and David Baz, the top 10. And it begs the question, Dan. Obviously, there'll be discussion had about the headlight flashing, and then I think the secondary discussion, based on what we just saw there, and even SVG's team had to remind him recently about where that is permissible and what the post-race procedure is with regards to cool-down laps and the like before you go lighting it up in celebration and all that sort of stuff. As you have a look at the results on your screen there, folks, and we'll leave them up because I'll come back to those in a moment. We'll delve into them further. But I think the secondary discussion will, so if we have found any potential loopholes or things that haven't been directly addressed and stipulated in our rule book, I think they will be in the next 7 to 10 business days. First one being driver etiquette with regards to headlight flashing, and then second one will be how soon after the checkered flag, not 50 metres, before you can actually conduct your celebratory burnouts and donuts, etc.
Yes.
Any thoughts on that, Dan?
Yeah, no, those are the two things that'll definitely be worth a check into there.
Oh, okay, and now straight into the chat thread on YouTube as well. Interesting way of going about it. Okay, maybe I was going to say burn the chat thread for the balance of the night, Yeoman. but then again, I think it might actually be lively and interesting and add to the post-race show fanfare. So maybe leave it up, and if it gets a little bit ugly, then we can bin it. I don't know. Live broadcasting, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, look, as it turns out, I have moderating powers, so I've given Ethan a bit of a cool off. He can't talk in the YouTube chat for the next little bit, so he can come and talk to us if he wants to. About the racing, nevertheless.
Yes, correct. Yes. And at that particular point in time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one that'll be getting moderated. Don't worry about that. But let's actually talk about some motor racing for a moment. You've already seen the results on your screen there, folks. Great result for Ethan Johnson, of course. Dominant performance, 2 from 2. Asterisk next to the end of the second race, only because of that incident with Greg Heaney. But apart from that, all above board. We will hear from Craig Bond now, because Bondy's been sitting there waiting patiently with regards to how everything played out in his split tonight, which is the pro split these days, and of course get his thoughts on Formula 3, which is saw live here on the platforms of the GSRC throughout the course of the early part of the evening, and we'll come back and dissect and analyse the rest of the Pro-Am stuff a little bit later on. We'll hope to have some updated championship points and other information, bits and pieces to pass on your way before we get off air tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but that'll depend very much on what's going on internally at the moment, because there's a couple of discussions going on in race control that I can see here, and they could be ongoing for a little while. And also there's a fair bit of discussion to be had with regards to post-race penalties and how they're applied, and it's a timely process is what I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen, with Adam Lavis crunching all of those manually after the fact. So how long we stay here compared to how long it takes him to dissect all of that for us will determine very much whether or not we are able to bring you all that up-to-date championship points information across the 3 splits and also Formula 3 in this broadcast. And if we can't, of course, come back on Wednesday night and join us there. Waste Options GT3 Pro, 27 cars lining up there. Are these the results from qualifying?
Yeah, I thought since we didn't obviously cover anything from...
top?
Yes, we sure can.
Thank you, sir. Bondi, I see there mid-pack. Bo Cubis on top from Matty Dench, Eli Donaldson, Daniel Edmonds and Richard Mitchum. Good to see Mitchum back in the server. Then Tony Baker, Luke Turner and Alan Holgerson made up the top 8. Heat 1, Cubis doubling up and winning, but look who pushed him all the way. Look at that, Matty Dench. Very nice to have him back. It's 0.21 the margin there. Eli Donaldson in for 3rd and Richard Mitchum in for 4th. Daniel Evans, Luke Turner, Jaden Draper, Jason Wilkinson and James McKnight, with Daniel Cheney in 10th position. Luke King, Paul Rogers, Aaron Major, Andrew Neal and Derek Fitzgerald took us back to 15th. We're about to chat to Bondi. Where'd he end up in race 1, please? Down there in 25th position. Not looking too crash hot in race 1, 3 laps down. Let's have a look at the results from race 2. Eli Donaldson standing by, so too Ethan Johnson. I'll remind everybody at this point in time that A, we're a family-friendly program, and B, we need push to talk activated before you can have a chat in here with us. Race 2, there he is, back on top, continuing his winning ways. The Merc on fire at the moment, and a 3rd race win in this campaign for Eli Donaldson. Denchi, the perennial bridesmaid at the moment, and if he needs to know or how to feel about that, he can have a chat to Benny Snell, because Benny's been playing that role beautifully at the moment on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Daniel Edmonds, Luke Turner, Paul Rogers, Daniel Cheney, James McKnight, Richard Mitchum, Tony Baker and Alan Holgerson, the top 10. And Harrison Denbrinker was down there in 11th. Major, Fitzgerald, Wilkinson, Luke King, then Bondi in for 16th. So at least he did finish that second race. And a good, strong turnout as well, numbers-wise, Dan, I thought. The numbers strong right across the board tonight. Mid to the high 30s for the Pro-Am split, low 20s for the Am split, high 20s for the Pro split. Sandown was always going to produce a big grid across the board.
Yeah, looks to have done the trick here across all the splits this week, which, a good sign for mid-season numbers as we get ready to talk about that second half of the season here for the club.
All right. Eli, Ethan, Greg Heaney coming to you guys very shortly. Greg here, of course, part of the Pro-Am split. Yes, let me tick Bondi off first because he was here first and he's been waiting patiently. Want to talk about his Formula 3 exploits and then cover GT3 with you guys. And then we'll rip through this as best we can and hope to be able to bring you some up-to-date information from the night that was in terms of what it means for the overall picture before we sign off here. A lot going on tonight, ladies and gentlemen, a lot to rub our head around, a lot of discussions to be had after the fact. It's been a busy Monday night. Bondi, well done. Jono Harris arrives for the first time in Formula 3 and takes until the final sector of the final lap to pip you for what could have been another podium, and it would have been your third race podium on the trot in that series, but still fourth when it's been a battle for third and beyond all season is not too bad. Sum it up for me, what your thoughts were with regards to Spa, because again, even though it is Jono's first appearance in the series this term and he's gone third, you've done your hopes of a championship podium. No harm whatsoever with fourth.
Yeah, good evening, Zach and Dan. Chaotic Lap 1 in F3, wasn't it? I don't know why I was trying to hold it around the outside for, goddamn, an entire sector, then down the inside 3 wide, and yeah. I'm surprised no one had a heart attack, but yeah.
I'm actually glad that you mentioned lap 1. Let me come back to that and then you can finish telling me about the rest of the race. Did you sustain any damage in any of that?
No, and I don't know how when I've got a car flipping over the top of my car. So
exactly. That was my thought as well. Can you actually elaborate? Because I never saw it on broadcast. We never got a chance to come back and have a look at it. What happened at the next corner for Alex Tzikis? Because obviously the Northwind entry flipped over the top. It got squeezed between the pair of you. It flipped over the top, exit stage, left on the tow rope. Then the next corner, we see Alex Tzikis in the dirt, and you're all of a sudden flying free on your lonesome. Any contact there, or did Alex do it all on his own?
Okay, so I watched the replay like real quick because I didn't want to waste time watching it. My understanding is I kept it too wide from the very first corner all the way up through the track, blah, blah, blah. Dropped a wheel coming out of the right-hander coming down the hill, which made us 3 wide, and then I think it was Jaden Draper was in the middle. I think him and Alex made contact on the inside of me, which sent the Northwind one over the top of my car, barrel rolling, and somehow I didn't sustain damage. And then the next corner, I don't know who it was, but Dave went between me and Alex and lost the rear and made contact with Alex, pushing him into the gravel, and I just went free. I thought I was at fault, or I had something to do with both. Looking at replay, I didn't. So I'm happy about that.
Sum up the rest of the race for me, because it was fairly tame after that until Jono Harris made you work very hard on the final lap.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Mark. He was my saving grace. He could have overtaken me way earlier in the race, but instead he would just bump draft me down the Kemmel Straight, which really appreciated that, because otherwise I think I would have been down the order. But yeah, that kept me in the fight. Went for Mark pitted, then I pitted after him, trying to cover off the undercut. Got a second, I think, 1.5 seconds on him, which was really nice for me. And then I think it was Jonathan came in pits the next lap, and I got in front of him then, held P3, and then final lap he just had to run, I think. He overtook me down the Kemmel Straight. I've overtaken him back into the corners after Kemmel Straight, whatever they're called, and I think we went 2 wide for a bit, then I got my position back to third, and then I just couldn't hold him off into the final corner. But yeah, it was a bloody good battle. It was a fascinating battle. It had the commentary box on the edge of its seat. Don't worry about that. And thank you to Daniel Yeaman for his quick work on the fly tonight with alerting you to
who you're hearing from in this post-race show. I love those subtle little new introductions that we introduce here on the platforms of the Gentleman Sim Racing Club. Our producers and directors do a magnificent job. Bondi, that's a great result, mate, and it bodes well for the second half of your season in Formula 3. You're putting some good results together, and it seems as though you've found a car that suits you.
I hate the guts out of the F3. I'd much rather bring back the SFL, but I'll deal with it. We can argue for that at the end of the season heading into next term, which hopefully we do get the SFL
So you're
back.
already lobbying for a change for next term, are you?
Yes, I want TCRs back. I want SFL. What else do I want? I want to have Super 2 and Supercars on a Wednesday night. I want keep Peak up on the thing. I'm happy with the Endurance Championship, just make a few tweaks and maybe add another car series in that. But yeah, I can't pick
Bondi,
everything, so.
For your sake, I hope Greg Heaney had his pencil and notepad out, jotting all of that down, taking your recommendations on board. But if not, feel free to plead your case with him at a later point in time. GSRC committee meets, once a week, once a fortnight. I don't know what it is these days, but they meet regularly and discuss these things, and they love ideas being put forward by their members. But whether they can keep 500 of you pleased in any given week, in any given month, I'm not sure. And I appreciate the enthusiasm in which you've pleaded your case there. That undercard, top billing sort of vibe on a Wednesday night, hard to do, obviously, with so many of our pro V8 Pro competitors, of course, only here when it's not competing directly against the preeminent supercar series in this country from a sim racing standpoint. Let's talk GT3. Race 1 not crash hot, but at least you were able to see the checkered flag in race 2.
Yeah, stupid mistake coming into turn 6 on lap 1 for me, trying to go too wide and ended up losing the rear and putting the car in the wall. So got it back to the pits, had to go down 3 laps to repair damage. I think it was like 3 minutes, and yeah, it wasn't great. Kind of embarrassing, annoying, disappointing. But just like last week, race 2, I came back stronger and showed my pace. Played a really good strategy to get me back up into 16th, which I'm super happy with. And yeah, just classic GT3s for me.
Any incidents, any drama to contend with during that second race, or was it smooth enough?
Smooth enough for me, I'm pretty sure. I went for a really nice move in Dandenong. Went down the inside of Nick Wood and then got up the inside of an Aston Martin, and yeah, that's what put me in 16th. So that was my highlight of the night, other than F3. So yeah.
Yes.
Pretty chill, actually.
Indeed. And also, I guess you've been in pro long enough, as you say now, but still, it's a dagger in the heart, isn't it? You're learning the hard way just how much you've got to bring to the table as a pro competitor, because there's nowhere to hide when you don't have a fast repair waiting for you on pit road.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but pro is. I heard you trying to demote me back to AM earlier, Zach. It's okay. I'm not gonna ignore that bit.
Sorry, did I? I apologise.
Yeah, you
there's
said
a lot going.
I was from AM. Yep.
Oh, sorry, I do apologise. We've been covering
Wow.
we've been covering AM and Pro Am all night, so my wires are crossed, mate. I wasn't trying to be insulting; it was just a slip of the tongue. But I know you won't let me forget about it. Thank you very much. And yes, I'll hear about that after the fact. And you probably should. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because now I've got more airtime to have a crack at you next week, so that'll be good. Now straighten up and get yourself out of trouble. Dig up by talking to me about what your thoughts are on the double S next Monday night. By which I mean Suzuka for Formula 3 and Sebring for GT3.
That sounds fun.
Oh, okay. Short, sharp, and sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing more to add on that. That should be a fun night. I hope. Usually that's the case, and then I throw everything away. So let's just be careful there. So
Correct. How much work have you put into Sebring? To St. Petersburg, I should say, because that is the next stop on Wednesday night. And of course, we've got it in this series in 3 weeks' time as well. So we're going to see a bit of St. Pete in the back half of the season.
I've done no practice there, to be honest.
Come on,
in
Bondi.
this car, I've done a bit in an Indy car, I've done a bit in a TCR car, and that's about it. So rock up, have some fun. To be fair, I don't have a job, so tomorrow can be that
Correct.
practice if I feel like it. But going back to Pro Split, you asked me something earlier about it. I really do enjoy it because it means I've got to put all my stuff together to not make an embarrassment of myself, and it's teaching me way more racecraft techniques, etc., on how to be quick. So.
And I hazard a guess that one of our guests here in the central commentary position is actually going to be out there in the thick of it with you next week. It's getting harder, isn't it, to work your way up towards the top with some of the pro drivers and fast competitors of the sim racing world arriving here on a Monday night and arriving in the Pro Split, mate. I get the feeling that Ethan Johnson's going to be out there next week because of what we saw from him in Pro-Am tonight. And we're talking purely from a pace standpoint there for his and everybody else's benefit as well. Don't come after me. I'm just running with the narrative of what's been the standard procedure here for the last few years. But how do you enjoy that challenge with, one or two more drivers each and every week, fortnight, season arriving in the Pro Split, making the goalpost just that little bit taller?
It is great. Hopefully, though, each time I'm getting a bit better week in, week out. I'm definitely learning a few more things with setup every week I go, because I don't go buying setups for anything I do on the sim. It's all done in-house by me, so it's mainly me just learning new techniques on how to make a car go quicker and learning stuff which seems pretty useful. Don't know how similar it is to a real car. I'm assuming it's pretty similar if it's iRacing, so...
Indeed. Now the comments keep coming in with regards to Pro-Am. We'll get back to that later. We'll hear from Ethan Johnson for his double race win in just a moment. But Bondi, St. Pete, Wednesday. Looking forward to that. Would you care to elaborate on why you're unemployed at the moment or not?
Well, there is no reason why I got fired, so yeah.
Did you or did you not tell work to get stuff so you could go for a trip to Wollongong? Is that true?
No, that kind of just filling my lap, okay? Like, they covered my shift without giving me any notice. I'm like, well, if you've got someone doing my shift, I'm not needed. I'm going to walk out, and Dad had a job to sit Wollongong, so I went with him, and yeah.
I love the confidence of a 16-year-old just saying, you know what, if you don't need me, I know my place. Get stuff. See you later. 17. Sorry,
15.
I love it. 15.
Wow.
When do you turn 16?
August.
Okay.
We'll come for a road trip to see Zach. It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll go golfing.
And so yeah, correct. Sorry, no. I'm see. This is why I'm now wondering if Australia's social media ban is actually working. I don't think so.
Nah. Snapchat tried kicking me off this morning. I'm like, yeah, get stuffed. I'll fix this up real quick.
I was trying to save you from that by giving you an extra year or two, but that's okay. You've put it on the record now, 15, and full of confidence. I love it. Bondi, who would you like to thank?
All my sponsors: Craigburn Racing, Bond Motors, Gundagai, South Gundagai Automotive, Gundagai Tilt Trayz, Karuah Enterprises, Riverina Go-Kart Centre, and GSRC for doing these every night, every week.
I think you'll enjoy the last lap call, even though you're on the losing side of the ledger. I think you'll enjoy it when you go back and watch it. It always goes off the rails when Bondi and I are in fine form on the same night. Thank you. Go well. Enjoy. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Thank you.
I think I have to go without any further delay, ladies and gentlemen, to Ethan Johnson, because he has joined us here for a chat post-race. And it gives us an opportunity, A, to introduce you to the audience, mate, but B, to...
Oh, that's good. And I've got results up here. Sweet. Yes. Lovely. One. That's in the stream. Thanks.